Angieslist was founded in 1995. The idea resulted from Angie Hicks' search for reliable construction contractors. Hicks went door-to-door collecting ratings of local contractors. By 1999, database of services and contractors finally moved to the internet from print. At its peak, in August 2016, Angieslist reported 3.2 million paid members. But what happened to Angieslist? Where are they today? Here at Roofing Insights, we would argue that Angieslist was the best service to connect contractors and homeowners that ever been on the market. But today, they owned by IAC, a company who also owned HomeAdvisor, and we would also argue that HomeAdvisor is absolutely the worst platform to connect homeowners and contractors. So what happened? How did it happen that the worst company in business, the biggest rival, buys the best company in business, and despite of all the promises to keep the Angieslist business, they are not following up on that and pretty much become 2-1. And we're here to report to you that 93% of roofing contractors in our research, everything we've seen in polls, feedback, surveys with the roofing contractors, 93% do not recommend HomeAdvisor. On the other side, Angieslist was a completely different story. A lot of people actually did recommend them, did want to stay in the platform. And in this video, we're going to try to explain to you what happened to Angieslist, why it was so good, how it was different from everything else on the market, and why it's fallen down and down and down for the last couple of years. On the second quarter in 2019, they've lost a lot of money because of change of algorithm on Google. Now their stock keep dropping and they're struggling. And Angieslist have been struggling for years. As a matter of fact, for 18 years, Angieslist were depending on a infusion of cash on investors. They were not profitable. They only turned profit right before they sold to HomeAdvisor. So let's talk about it. So first thing first, you need to understand what Angieslist was all about. Angieslist was about search engine. Think about Angieslist as a Google for the contractors. And HomeAdvisor always been in the lead generation business, completely different business models. HomeAdvisor and ServiceMagic back in the day pretty much were taking pieces of information, homeowner requests, and they were selling to contractors for profit. So contractors would pay high dollar for homeowners information if that homeowner have a need. So that was HomeAdvisor, and Angieslist created a list. That was original Angieslist. People would come to Angieslist, and contractors were paying Angieslist. So both contractors and homeowners were paying Angieslist to connect. So homeowners were paying $50, and contractors were paying, you know, like business like mine, $2, $3, $4 million business would pay $3, $4, $5,000. I know a lot of business owners who would spend $100,000 a year just to be on her list, and it worked because we were not competing with other contractors. We were competing for attention, and we were on the list, just like you would be on Google. So think about Angieslist as organic Google. So back in the day, they would only allow to be 14 contractors on the first page, and then they extended it to 20. And companies would rotate there. So based on their reviews, based on how many offers they offer, through Angieslist. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. We built our business on the back end of Angieslist. I've been in Indianapolis myself. I met Angie myself, asked her a couple questions back in 2012, I believe. It was really good for the business. I know a lot of people in business from those years who literally, I would say in 2010, 11, 12, 80–90% of our businesses were coming from Angieslist because the search engine was so powerful. Reviews were really good. Contractors were trustworthy, and they were the best of the best. I would compete with the top 10, 15 contractors in my own town, and I would, a lot of times I would win. So Angieslist built the platform that were connecting top 1% of the homeowners with the top 1% or more, like they were saying up to 5% of the contractors. So, and the numbers were real. Numbers did not lie. If you look at the companies who made to the first page of Angieslist, they all highly reviewed. not a lot of newbies. Some newer companies were coming in, where HomeAdvisor was never like that. HomeAdvisor was all about who's willing to pay. You can start a company today, and tomorrow you can start buying leads. So your information, if you're the homeowner, would be compromised. So you come to the website, and even with a criminal background and like a lot of other controversial things about HomeAdvisor, they pretty much start selling you information right away. And it doesn't matter how good of the contractor you are, how many reviews you have. They promise you to connect you with the best, but they're connecting you only with the people who's willing to pay for it. Where with the Angieslist, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have bad reputation, you have better reviews, you're not going to be on the first page. So business model was there, but they were not making money. So they were struggling. For 18 years, they were taking big money. You're talking about $20–25 million at the time. They keep funding it. So they always needed infusion of money, but that's what they chose, and they never turned profit for 18 years, and they keep struggling. Their stock keeps struggling. On May 2nd, 2017, IAC, Interactive Corp, owner of HomeAdvisor, announced that it had agreed to acquire Angieslist for $500 million. Angieslist was service based on search, not on selling information. It was connecting top-rated contractors with top-rated homeowners. HomeAdvisor was selling information to any contract, but mostly startups who were struggling to find jobs. HomeAdvisor business model was very simple. Find more homeowners to sell to more contractors. That's why HomeAdvisor really needed to buy Angieslist, because they just became really big competitor, and they have way too many contractors who believed in it. As a matter of fact, a lot of contractors were very pissed about HomeAdvisor acquisition, because contractors already hate it. Like I said, over 90% of contractors hate HomeAdvisor, don't want to do business with them. And those contractors who were on Angieslist, they were obviously not happy. Angieslist was focusing on quality, where HomeAdvisor always focused on quantity, because since ServiceMagic and never have good reputation and the highest turnover rate in the industry. So for HomeAdvisor, it was no-brainer. By acquiring Angieslist, they wanted both homeowners and contractors. That's what they were after. And they start making changes right away. It's getting much harder to see contractors on Angieslist. So pretty much if you're a homeowner, you come to Angieslist today, you will be redirected pretty much to HomeAdvisor contractors, and your information is going to be sold to them. So you're no longer using the search of Angieslist, and in some scenarios it's still possible, but it's way harder to actually get down to it, because they're building walls protecting those contractors, because HomeAdvisor wants to make money, and if you have a request, their job to trick you, to connect you with a HomeAdvisor contractor, to sell your information to them. They don't necessarily want you to use it as a search engine. They don't want you to see the actual list of top-rated contractors. They want to sell your information to people who is willing to buy it. And those people, by the way, not always the top-rated. The way it works, contractors turns on saying, I want to buy leads today. If you come in that day, it doesn't matter who contractor is. He's buying leads, they're going to sell it. So that's how it works today. And despite promise of keeping Angieslist model now, they sell Angieslist customers information to HomeAdvisor contractors. HomeAdvisor have been lying to people, to public, that they're not going to touch the business model, they're going to keep it how it is. They failed. Angieslist also didn't get their renewals, because a lot of companies like myself, we were paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and I don't know any Angieslist contractor who renewed. And most of my friends, they spent anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 a year, and they all dropped out within the last 2 years. So Angieslist lost a lot of contractors. If I've had to guesstimate, I don't have the numbers to back it up, I would say they probably lost 80% of paying contractors, because contractors is no longer willing to pay Angieslist to promote their business, again, because we don't get leads from Angieslist anymore. Those leads are being sold to HomeAdvisor contractors, and pretty much HomeAdvisor just ruined Angieslist. What's the result? Homeowners are pissed. Contractors who once were top rated on Angieslist are not happy either. And to be honest with you, nobody wins. So what's the conclusion? HomeAdvisor and its parent company IAC have this business vision, like if you will, expansion plan, just keep buying platforms, keep buying companies, so they don't grow their business based on their reputation, based on word of mouth. And the only way they can keep growing it is keep buying platforms. Just recently, they purchased an app called Nextdoor. Again, Nextdoor was an amazing app. A lot of people were finding contractors there. So now, because Nextdoor has so many users, so many neighborhoods, so many homeowners, now Angieslist acquired them. That's what IAC and HomeAdvisor company have been doing for years. So instead of change business model to please people, please contractors, they pretty much keep making money in not very ethical way. Nobody recommends them. Turnover is huge inside company, outside the company. Contractors don't recommend them. Nobody wants to be part of the network. They keep acquiring platforms like Nextdoor, like Angieslist. They keep becoming this giant. But the problem with the giant that if you only grow by acquiring other companies, I mean, that's what is happening in the last couple of months. Your stock will go down, you will lose money. I don't care how big you are, I don't care what you do, you're never too big to fail. So once they start running out of companies to acquire, or maybe we'll get another player similar to Angieslist who will be bold enough to compete with them. Maybe Amazon will step into place, and I believe Amazon is doing a lot of things right now. Companies like Amazon can't put company like HomeAdvisor out of business. It's just a matter of time. So HomeAdvisor, change your ways. We've been telling you this for years. Stop ruining all these platforms that have been working without you. You ruined Angieslist, you're gonna ruin Nextdoor, you ruined 25 other companies, and somebody have to stop it. You're losing money, you're bleeding, and it's only the beginning of the end. Let me know what you guys think in comments below. I would like to finish this video with an invitation for public survey. If you're a contractor and you did do business with Angieslist and maybe you don't do it anymore, or maybe you still stick with it, let us know in comments below. We would like to hear from you. Comment below your story, how much money you were spending on Angieslist. How much money do you spend right now? How many reviews did you get? I've got a lot of testimonials in the past where people were saying they have over 1,000 reviews and they were spending $150,000 a year and no longer even advertising there. If it's you, I want you to comment below. Give me one of those if you like videos like this. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? What's your thoughts about HomeAdvisor? We read all our comments. If you're one of those contractors who did get burned by HomeAdvisor, we have something for you. You know the saying, we've been there, done there, have a shirt to show for it? We have a shirt for you. Go to our account at teespring.com. We have amazing design shirts. We would like you to have one. Let us know in comments below, or go to our Facebook page and share your story, and we'll send you a shirt for free. Thank you for coming. See you guys in the next video.